few minutes, no, not a few minutes, a few seconds for the first of you to arrive. I've just had my first live of the day in French, and now I'm switching to English. So I hope you will be able to join me. I'm just waiting a little bit more. So the time was 5:30 Paris time. So, well, I hope everyone is having a good time going towards the end of your festivities. Hi there. So, yeah, for this last podcast of the year, I wanted to do something a bit special, just to show 2020 off with a good vibe, something nice to close this difficult year. Yes, was pretty difficult. I wanted also to take this opportunity to be able to tell you live that I'm so grateful, because although it's been a difficult year for Tricot Stitch, it has also been a wonderful year for my new business, because I opened Tricot Stitch earlier this year, and yeah, it's the first year that I'm in business, and it's working very well, and it's all thanks to you. So I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you very much for being here, for being with me, and for watching the podcast every week, and just to be there. Thank you so much. So today, I also wanted to show you what's in the shop right now, because I've updated the shop with things that I wanted to reflect this very festive time of year with some festive bases. So there will be sparkle, silk, some things very shiny. So I wanted to share that with you as well. But first of all, I've been naughty because I told you that I wouldn't keep that for myself. I told you I would put that in the shop, and if it stayed in the shop, that would mean what it was meant for me to have it. It's a kit on BFL for the Iber Knit Along pattern by Stephen West. That's going to be, available on the 26th of December. But no, I couldn't resist. I just kept that to myself. So I wasn't sure last podcast if I was going to knit that pattern or not, because I've just finished my Slip Extravaganza, and I was not emotionally ready to dive into another Stephen West pattern yet, because I love his patterns, but it's a lot of knitting time. It's a huge investment in knitting time, of which I don't have much, so I wasn't sure. But okay, I just convinced myself with that. So I'm going to cast on, definitely. And what I did is that I opened some pre-orders for this particular kit, because you've been several to ask me to pre-order the same colors. So the pre-orders are open in the shop, both on the BFL base and on the extra thin fingering base for that kit. So that's Trésor d'hiver, but I also opened for the two other kits you loved. So that's Au coin du feu and Solstice. So that's the blue one, the blue and bronze one. So also, you might have seen in my previous podcast episode that I had just a minute. We've got a guest. Hey, baby, say hello. Cuckoo. So yeah, I she just want to have a cuddle. What was I saying? Yes, the Noël Danton socks. You might remember the Noël Danton socks. So I had a request for some other kits for that pattern. And so I've opened pre-orders for those in the shop as well. So I'm going to show you what I have put in the shop for you this week. So for the last update of 2020. So first of all, I wanted to show you the Silk Kit Fluff. I have, it's that the Silk Kit Fluff is this lovely base of, it's a mix of silk and mohair and nylon. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And I dyed a bunch of colorways on that base. So you have Orifia blue on this base. I have 4 of them. You have an exhaustion colorway that is very close to Champagne Rosé, actually. I have dyed also some colorways that you love, but I never tried to dye it on that base. So that's Lone Peak, and I think it's gorgeous on this base. So that's Lone Peak, and the last colorway that I dyed on this base is Corrupted Pink. So I dyed also some beautiful colorways on mohair and silk. So I have this colorway that is lait de poule, and I think lait de poule in English translates to eggnog. So that's lait de poule, and that's an exhaustion colorway on mohair and silk. And it pairs very well with this colorway that's nude. It's neutral with just the tiniest hints of speckles. On Stellina. So that pairs beautifully, I think. So that's in the shop as well. On another base, on Merino Silk and Silk, I dyed Dreamy Ara. So that's a beautiful, gorgeous base in it's a big skein. It's a 120 gram skein for 480 meters. And that's Dreamy Ara, which I have 3 of those, and which would be beautiful paired with the coordinated mohair and silk colors on the same color with Dreamy Ara. Okay, so I have also a lot huge for me because I'm very, very small and didaya. I have a huge update on extra thin fingering on different colors, something very bright and cheerful to lighten up these. This is actually the what is the shortest day of the year. It is, I think. So some beautiful colorways and bright colorways to brighten up those dark days, like this one. That's Neon Coral. And just hold on one sec. Attends, baby. Just wait a minute. Sorry about that. That's the, when you're doing some live, you cannot plan on this kind of things. So that's neon coral. And I have some other very bright colorways, like that's pamplemousse, which is grapefruit, French for grapefruit. You have this one, which is called Arc. And I dyed this one with a trainee that I had earlier this year, and he wanted to dye something. He was a young boy. He was like, he was not in high school. He was like 16 or 17. And cuckoo. And he wanted just to dye something inspired by a game that he loved. And it's that one. It's Arc. A-R-K. I don't know that game at all, but that's inspired by that game. So it goes very well with this. And that's it for this shop update. I have some other things on Stellina and some other beautiful and cheerful colorways if you wish to have a look. I hope that you like this end of year shop update and this end of year live podcast. This is my first live podcast ever, so we'll see if you liked it. I think I'll do it again periodically. So I just wanted to let you know that you can participate with your Tricot stitch pattern and or your Tricot stitch yarn to the December FO fanfare. You can just post a picture of your project. That it doesn't matter if it's a finished object or a work in progress in the Ravelry group in the dedicated thread. And you can also play on Instagram with the hashtag that won't appear magically here because we're live, but the hashtag is Tricot Stitch FO Fanfare DEC for December 2020. So that's Tricot Stitch FO Fanfare DEC 2020. So I'm going to close the shop between Wednesday the 23rd of December until the 4th of January. So the shop will be closing at noon, so on the 23rd of December. And all the order that will be going through the shop before that time will ship on the same day, on the 23rd of December. And say hello, cuckoo. No, she doesn't want. And I will reopen the shop for the shop update for the 4th of January at 5 p.m. Paris time. And I think that's all I wanted to tell you about the shop and the new things in the shop. What I'm planning to work on for my Christmas break are like a ton of projects. I won't be able to finish anything, I think, but I'm going to cast on for the Hibernite Along by Mr. Westnitz. I'm going to cast on the Land of Sweets pattern by Ellen Stewart because I think that's the perfect pattern, you know, just to enjoy some mindless knitting and end up with a lovely finished object. I really love her patterns. Whenever you need to relax and just enjoy something beautiful and simple, she's my go-to designer for that. I'm going to spin as well my ink and Nook fiber. So we're going to take our my wheel with us on vacation. So my wheel is going to be seated as a 7th passenger in our car. Arrête mon chaton. Arrête chérie. And I guess that's it. Maybe a sock or two. You never have enough. And that's it. And I'm pretty sure I will be casting on for everything, but I'm also pretty sure I won't be finishing anything. So the plan for the holidays is to, drive to my parents on Christmas Day, spend the weekend with them, and then hit the road on the 27th of December to go to our vacation spot and spend the week there. We will be driving back on the 3rd of January, just the day before the shop update. But everything is already planned and already dyed. I'm so proud of myself. Well done. Okay, so I don't know what you've planned for the holidays. I hope you will be enjoying some time with your family. I hope you will be able to join them. If you're not, I'm just sending you a big hug. And sometimes it's a difficult time of the year when we cannot be with the one we love. But yeah, I hope you will be okay, and I will be super happy to see you in January for new Tricot Stitch adventures. Okay, so love you guys. Thank you again, and I'll see you in 2021. Bye bye.